holly's in the window, home where the wind blows. My old heart's a yearning, Christmas time's a coming. Well, can't you hear them bells ringing, Lord of all? Hear them singing when it's snowing. I'm going back to my country home. Yeah, Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, and I know I'm going. Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, and I know I'm going home. Yeah, Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, and I know I'm going home.
Stay right there. Just stay right there on the dance floor. Molly, these people want to dance, and can we just change this setup a little bit and give them a good solid fiddle number that'll set the floor on fire? You ain't got two left in you, ma'am? Is that what you just said? Lord have mercy. That woman right there walked right in, met me in the parking lot. I said, you look great tonight. She said, this old gray hair? I said, no, honey, we call that platinum blonde. And I got enough of it myself. So that's what we are calling it, platinum blonde. Here's a little ragtime Annie, Miss Molly.
I'll get it, Bill.
Mighty fine dancing right there. I really enjoyed that. And it's always good to see those good cloggers out there doing a little bit of clogging. I trust everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I know that we got family gathered in, and that was important. I hope everybody had a good one. So, did you? Well, then start clapping. There we go. Well, you run them off after they eat up all your groceries? Yeah. I bet you did. Well, we're going to get squared up here and give you a little history lesson. This was a real popular song for us, and we were playing at the Fiddlin' Pig and then doing some work for Bill Stanley's and whatnot. And I know some of y'all have been to both of those places and followed us around. Yeah, we are missing those fine places, especially at this time of the year. But this is a tune that was actually based on an old fiddle tune called the 8th of January. And Johnny Horton met Jimmy Driftwood at Johnny Cash's house, and they put words to it. Did I get that right, Molly?
Sounds good to me.
All right, here we go. It's a little tune called The Battle of New Orleans. In 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down a mighty Mississippi. Took a little bacon and we took a little beans. Fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming, but not many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run it down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Now we look down the river and we see the British come. Lord, there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. Stepped so high and they made their bugles ring. Stood beside our cotton bales and didn't say a thing. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming, but there wasn't not many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run it down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit wouldn't go. Ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old Hickory said we could take 'em by surprise. Didn't fire a musket till we looked 'em in the eyes. Stood beside a cotton bales, we see their faces well. Opened up a squirrel gun to really give 'em well. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming, but there wasn't not many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run it down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit wouldn't go. Ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We fired our cannon till the barrel melted down. So we grabbed an alligator and we fought another round. Filled his head with cannonball and powdered his behind. When we touched the powder off, the gator lost his mind. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming, but there wasn't not many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run it down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit wouldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. You know, Seth, you mentioned Tex Logan a while ago, and you know that put me in the mind of Texas. And just so y'all know your history, There's more North Carolina flags in the Alamo down there than any other state in the Union. Davy Crockett in Tennessee. We used to own Tennessee. It was in our land grant when we got it from King George. I'm just saying. You can check with my friend Miss Becky. She's up on that history stuff. At any rate, we know in North Carolina, though, no matter who's on stage in Nashville, Tennessee at the Opry, Bob Wills is still the king.
Where's Bob Wills from?
And Bob Wills is actually from Oklahoma, but they claim him in Texas and Oklahoma. Well, I mean, I'm just telling the truth. You know, somebody might know it. Are you from Oklahoma, sir? You were, but you're living in North Carolina now? Yeah, you moved up. I'm just saying. But, I mean, you know, we're a charter member of the nation. We're one of the 13 stripes on the flag representing the 13 colonies founded this nation. So that's why I say we're glad to have you, though. At any rate, we're going to slow it down with an old Bob Wills number. And if you'd like to get up and do a little belt buckle polishing, a little cheek to cheek, or turn around and face each other, we don't really care. Here's Miss Molly to do one for you called Faded Love. I tell you what.
Thank you, darling.
Molly, I tell you what, I really enjoyed that fiddle playing right there. I tell you what, we did a square dance on Thanksgiving night out there at Canoga Conference Center, the Episcopalian Conference Center, and man, we did a thing out there on the dance floor, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and Bill was on the electric bass and Molly was on the fiddle, and y'all got to swinging some stuff around in there and remind me of rock and roll. I tell you what's the truth about it, and it looked like you got on your Mott the Hopple vest tonight.
You mean Mott the Hoople?
Mott the Hoople? Is that? I don't know who it is. You don't know either. You're just over here laughing. They act like they knew who it was. Anyway, you become a fashion maven, and I can't tell you how many people rushed the stage tonight while we were setting up. One guy, and said I needed to get me a pair of boots like that.
You can borrow these, Ted.
Really? I don't know if they'd fit, but
Molly is the official spokesman for GW.
Molly, while we've got you up near the microphone, I hope that you would favor us with a tune here. A wonderful tune that actually John Hartford wrote it, and many of y'all may know John Hartford as the banjo player on the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour. He was also a very prolific songwriter. I think that Glenn Campbell wrote this song. He did take it to the top of the charts in both the rock charts, swing charts, and pop charts, but actually John Hartford wrote it. Molly does a great version of it. So, Molly, if you don't mind, would you favor us with a little Gentle on Your Mind?
Sure thing. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that are dried upon some line. Thank you, folks.
Molly Barrett on the vocals right there. Thank you, Molly. That was great. You know, this past September, I celebrated the longest job I've ever had. Had this job for 60 years. 60 years of Boy Scout.
Yeah, dude.
My scouting buddy's sitting over here, Galen Gary Corn over there, and I heard a guy sitting behind him talking about how many Eagle Scouts he'd produced. I seen him back there raising his hand. He thought I didn't hear him. But there ain't no such thing as I was an Eagle Scout. If you're an Eagle Scout, you are one till they put you in that grave, cover you up with dirt. So 60 years. Now, the reason I tell you that is because I spent 7 summers working out there at the Caswell County Wildlife Reserve for the Cherokee Scout Reservation. And I had learned this song at my granddaddy's knee. Bill says across his knee. It might have been a combination, but it's about a train wreck. And Mac Wiseman had a hit with it, and I was singing it, and it didn't really, I don't know that maybe I didn't have the soul to sing it or something, but Doc Lewis, who was the superintendent of Rockingham County Schools and also ran our health lodge on the camp, said, I'm taking you to Danville, Virginia, and I want you to have some soul to sing this song. So we rode up on the train right there at the train trestle and walked up there where there's a great big brass plaque. You know, when they had train wrecks, they didn't have radio and television, so whatever was entertainment. And seeing a train leave the rail that high, that was big entertainment at that time. So they put this big brass plaque up there. And Doc said, I want you to read it, then come out here to the middle of the trestle. I said, okay. So I read about the train wreck. I went out there, and he hung me off that train trestle by the heels. Buddy, you think I want to sing that song, buddy? I learned to sing it with some soul. I'm talking about I was ready to sing it when he pulled me back in. So we're going to give it, I think, Seth, you're going to kick it off. It's called The Wreck of the Old 97. Let it roll, son. They gave him his orders back in Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, son, you're way behind time. Not 38, this is old 97. Put it in dispenser on time. Well, he turned right round to his black greasy fireman, said, shovel on a little more coal. When we cross White Oak Mountain, hang your head out the window, son. Watch old 97 roll. Let it roll. On a cold, frosty morning in the month of September, clouds they were hanging low. 97 left the station at 9:30 like an arrow shot from a bow. It's a mighty rough road out of Lynchburg to Danville. She's lined on a 3-mile grade. It was on this grade the boy lost his air brake, and you'll see what a jump he made. What do you say, Dave? Grade, making 90 miles an hour when his whistle broke into a scream. Found in the wreck, the boy had his hand on the throttle, scalded to death by the steam. That telegram came from Washington Station, and this is how it read. Said that brave engineer that run on 97, now he's laid out in old Danville dead. What'd you say, Seth? Well, come all you ladies, Now take warning from this time now you might learn. Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you and never return. Honey, he may leave you and never come back. I hope it worked. Well, I mean, you know, you get hung up with wrestling, you kind of remember that kind of thing, you know what I mean? We released an album, actually it's been almost 3 years ago now, that we did it at our 40th anniversary, and we said 40 plus, because we were going to keep picking, what a ride. And on it, we wanted to really honor a lot of the folks who have given us our music. And as a matter of fact, we do have our merch back here, and we have lots and lots and lots and lots of CDs, and we don't need any of them, but you might. And Seth, we are running a Black Friday special, correct? Seth is a business major, and he thought this up. But the shirts are usually $20. We're going to sell them for $15 tonight. We got 4 different CDs back there. You can buy one for $15, 2 for $25, 3 for $30, or all 4 for $40. Some of y'all can get your Christmas shopping done tonight. You get it done tonight. Y'all don't seem that impressed. At any rate, one of the influences in our career was Miss Emmylou Harris, and she had a hot band that at one time featured Ricky Skaggs, Tony Rice. I think Jerry Douglas was in and out of that band, if I'm not mistaken. And Albert Lee was in there on guitar. And so Molly brought this song to us, and we really like her version of it. So, folks, let us step back and turn her loose. It's a little tune called The Roses in the Snow.
Our love is like a burning ember. It warms us as cold winds blow. We had sunshine in December and grew our roses in the snow. sunshine in December, and grew our roses in the snow, and grew our roses in the snow.
I can't believe the stage. I don't have nothing with me. Don't worry about it. We'll come up with something else.
Okay.
Send him.
You know, we have been asked to do a lot of things in this world. We play a lot of wedding rehearsal dinners and receptions. We've done some baptizings, and we've been asked to sing people on to glory. And several weeks ago, we were out at Givens Estate to bid a fond farewell to a friend of ours, John. And John was a big proponent of bluegrass music. Now, for those of y'all out there who like bluegrass music, I'll tell you, we understand in this band, and we do understand that Bill Monroe is the father of bluegrass music, and I don't take anything away from him, not one thing. But it ain't bluegrass music if the banjo don't roll. And that's the defining sound. And it was defined in North Carolina. You know, I said earlier it was a mother state. Anyway, fella down around Shelby took these three fingers and a banjo and made it world famous. And I'm talking about Earl Scruggs. And you ain't got to believe me, you can check with Steve Martin.
You're about to run the damn microphone stand.
I'm doing the best I can, you know. I'm trying to give you all the room I can. Bill's a crowding me off here. If I ain't careful, I'm going to be off of camera. Anyway, let me get back to my story.
It's all right. We've heard it a few times.
I know you have, but they hadn't.
Yeah, they have.
All right.
Go ahead, Ted.
Anyway,
Go ahead, Ted.
Earl Scruggs really defined the banjo and defined bluegrass music because Bill was playing music, but it wasn't really bluegrass till Earl rolled it. And this is a song that, Seth, tell the history of this song because I think you know about how he wrote it and why.
I know a little bit about it. He wrote it about the community he was from called Flint Hill, which is down in Cleveland County, North Carolina. And Earl Scruggs invented this thing with these tuners where you can do that without having to tune the strings or play a note on the fret. So he wrote this song, and we're going to do it in memory of our good friend John that used to come see us all the time. We got to play it at his memorial service. So here's a little Flint Hill special.
From Miss Becky. This is an old Carter family tune, and we got a chance to do this at the Carter family fold, standing underneath the portraits of A.P., Mother Maybelle, and Sarah. And if you don't think that's sacred, you don't know nothing about country music. If you will, join in on the chorus as we do a little tune, because this song and this album by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band walked across a lot of generations, brought a lot of people together. It's a little tune called Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day, and I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. So I sang, will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a Undertaker, please drive slow, for this body you are hauling. Lord, I hate to see her go. Sing now. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Oh, Dave Wise. Could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in her grave. So what I sing? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Come in, Mr. Seth Reinhardt. Well, if you're going to applaud him, do it before I start singing. Go ahead. Went back home, Lord. My home was lonesome, for my mother, she had gone. All my brothers, sisters crying for a home so sad and alone. I sang, will the circle be unbroken?
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a short break. Please do come back and visit with us. Our good friend Oscar, you back there, buddy? Wave your hand. Don't hide back there. He's a merch guy. He's going to sell a whole bunch of stuff. Come by and see us. We'll be glad to talk to you whether you buy anything or not. We'll be back in a little bit.
Whitewater Bluegrass Company. Great first set. A lot more music to come here for you to see. Give it up for them tonight. First set, there's a lot more music. Donation box in the front and the back. They got their merchandise back here. Get a shirt, get a CD. Great time for a gift for your family and friends for the holidays, Christmas season. Snack bars open in the back. Go around on the left, all the way back to the green door. Take a right. Restrooms, and there's free coffee. And then the snack bar, everything's $1. I'll finish my next song and give it to you. Okay. We love you. Love you. We'll see you in just a few minutes. All right, Whitewater will be back on here in just a second. Again, we're so thankful concluding our season with this great show tonight. Take the winter off. We will be here for Christmas Eve. We'd like to invite everybody out if you don't have a place to go. Bring your family and friends. Christmas Eve, 6 p.m. here at Feed and Seed. We have a real wonderful array of treats and snacks. We have neat music to sing along. Have a Christmas short, meaningful little message. Then we have candlelight with Silent Night. And we end right about 7 o'clock. So just 6 to 7 so we don't interfere too much with all your family activities. But if you'd like to have a nice place to come for Christmas Eve, we invite you to join us 6 o'clock to 7 p.m. That's right here at Feed and Seed Christmas Eve. Otherwise, we'll be doing some painting and fixing up from the past season. Looking forward to the new season. We'll start in the spring when it gets a little warmer, and we'll spend the winter booking bands, getting all your favorite bands each and every weekend here at Feed and Seed, starting up back in the spring. Again, thanks so much for, remember, a donation box in the front and the back. Thanks for, remember, our snack bar helps us out a little bit. Thanks for remembering about the dance floor. Again, we don't have a lot of space, so thanks for being mindful of the other dancers. No big moves or spins or things, so thanks for keeping in place. Thanks for remembering about the children. If it applies with little ones that might want to run around, please stay with them so they don't run around. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for standing for the gospel songs. We don't dance on the floor, but thanks for remembering that. Always being a great audience here at Feed and Seed. Again, we appreciate you coming out, and we'll get Whitewater. Here they are. Second set. Give it up for them. Whitewater Bluegrass Company.
We'll be right with you. All right. Shit. While we're here, we just want to make you aware of something. We wrote this Christmas show, and Bill and I have actually been doing it on Asheville's Gray Line trolleys. Now, some of y'all that are around know that you're not a real musician if you don't have a day job. And mine happens to be giving tours and telling stories on the trolley. And so through that, we wrote this Christmas show with stories and songs from around the mountains of western North Carolina, including the Thomas Wolfe Christmas stories and The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry. Both those writers buried out there in the Riverside Cemetery. We will be doing a show on December the 20th, Saturday, December the 20th, 4 to 5, as part of the Madison County Arts Council program, and we will be at the Owen Theater, O-W-E-N, like what Owen Manufacturing was, Owen Theater on the campus of Mars Hill University. You thought I was going to say college, Bill. I can see you sitting right there. I know they've moved up. And the show is 4 to 5, and it is free, FRWE, free to the public. Free FRW, so it's in your budget. But we enjoy doing it. Please come out and be with us. That's December the 20th at Mars Hill University. Ms. Molly, to kick us off here, I think we got one, Ms. Molly, called Temperature Real, ain't we?
Yeah, Ethan.
You know, I don't know how it is around your house, but I'm going to tell you what. If the Andy Griffith Show is on my TV, I ain't answering the phone to the door neither. I don't care who you are. I just ain't going to do it. And on that show, he gave an opportunity for a lot of different bluegrass musicians to make a national appearance. But one of the most prolific was the Darling family, who in reality were really the Dillards. Now, they had a big hit with this next song, and we had a request for it. We're going to try to do them all if we can. So we hope you'll enjoy it. Seth, if you'll kick us off, it's a little tune called Dooley. Now, Dooley was a good old boy that lived below the mill. Dooley had 2 daughters and a 40-gallon still. One gal watched the boiler, the other watched the spout. Mama corked them bottles when old Dooley fetch 'em out. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swallow and I'll pay you back someday. Come in, boy. Now Dooley was a trader when into town he come. Molasses by the barrel and the sugar by the ton. Revenuers stopped for him tripping through the woods. Old Dooley slipped behind him, son, and never lost his good. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swallow and I'll pay you back someday. Oh, I remember very well the day old Dooley died. Women folk felt sorry and the men stood round and cried. We buried him on the hillside, the boy lay there all alone. Put a jug beside him and a barrel for a stone. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swallow and I'll pay you back someday. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swallow and I'll pay you back someday. We're going to switch gears and get into the key of A here, if everybody's all right with that. We're going to get David Wiseman to slip up here and do a little tune. I think this is kind of good advice, if I'm not mistaken. There's some good advice in the whole song. And we hope y'all will take it to heart, because this is called "You Can Have Her,
That's
I
right,
Don't
Ted.
Want Her." Is that right? It's
Yeah,
it's an upbeat song about a very sorry subject.
It's about a guy, yeah. Woman didn't treat him right, and he had to move on.
I had to move right on.
All right.
Ready when you are.
All right, I hope everybody had a big old Thanksgiving, and y'all come from big families, any of you. There's so many of us youngins at the house. 6 of us had to sleep in the same bed.
6 of you in the same bed?
Yeah, until my brother got married, and there's 7 of us.
Well, David, you know I come from a very, very poor family, and I mean we're so poor we couldn't even pay attention. But we was a very, very poor family. We had to go over to Kentucky Fried Chicken and lick other people's fingers.
Here we go.
It ain't funny. I mean, we were poor. We had a welcome mat on our front door, and all it said was "well." That's all it said, Molly. Just. You know, I don't often get this where Bill says tell a story, so I've got the microphone. But it was rough. I mean, we didn't have a mule or a pony or a horse to plow our garden. In the spring, my daddy would hook my mama up to the plow. She pulled it up.
I'm hurrying.
Are you ready?
Almost.
You got time for another one, right?
No, I don't think so.
We're really poor.
Go ahead.
You can have her, I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with, and all I wanted was love to stay. When a girl I love, she up and left me. She ran away, my best friend. Daylight comes, life's right empty. Daylight comes, she's gone again. You can have her, I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with, and all I wanted was love to stay.
Oh, get it, Edie. You too, Ethan.
Well, life gets mighty empty without someone to call your own. I'd rather have love for just 1 hour than have the world and us. You can have her, I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with, and all I wanted was love to stay. If you're in love with the wrong woman, there ain't but one thing you can do. Oh, and jump right in and take a ground, you know. You can have her, I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with, and all I wanted was love to stay. You can have her, I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with, and all I wanted was love to stay. And all I wanted was love to stay.
Okay, we're gonna do that too. We're dealing with all these requests, and we're gonna get to all of them. Seth will come over here and play this bass. We try to honor and do the request of people that buy our merchandise. You know, people that buy our merchandise. Miss Gail, I think you bought a shirt, didn't you? You may have been the one that requested this, but will you stand up and show that shirt? Just hold it up. It's a hole in the bottom of the C shirt, and you can't buy it unless you've done this dance or have $20, or tonight it's only $15. But turn the back of it. Turn the back of it. It's got the logo on the back right there because we don't waste space in this band. If you could come out there and help us pack the trailer, you would know that's true. But I am a third-generation square dance caller, as Seth mentioned and David mentioned. And my granddad always said, if you do a dance or you call a dancer, you go somewhere where they're dancing, you need to do something where even people who are not going to get out of their seat can participate. Am I talking about you, sir? Because you're shaking your head. At any rate, you can do this sitting down. Everybody shake your hands out. Put your hands in front of you just like this. If you're going to sit on the front row, you got to do it because I can see you. I mean, even with I can't see so many people in the back, but I can see y'all. Now, you got to sing just a little bit. This is where you're going to help us. You ready? There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Ma'am, if you don't swim, you're going to drown. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Now, there's a log in the hole, so put your finger in the air like, not that one, sir. Don't laugh at him, it's just going to hurt. Same guy helped me back the trailer in. Phil, he used that same gesture helping me back the trailer. Put your index finger in the air. Be specific, some of these people. All right, there's a log in the hole. You ready? There's a log and a log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a log and a log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Now, on the log is a branch. Put two fingers in there and don't be doing any Richard Nixon jokes. Nobody knows who he is anymore anyway. Here we go. You ready? There's a branch and a branch on the log and a log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a branch and a branch on the log and a log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. On the branch is a leaf, so bloom out like this. Ready? There's a leaf and a leaf on the branch and the branch on the log and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a leaf and a leaf on the branch and the branch on the log and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Let me tell you guys something. You get stuck in the house on a rainy day with more than two children, you wish you knew this song. Your grandchildren are coming. Christmas time's coming. You could get stuck there. On the leaf is a toad. Ball your fist and put it. Oh, now you're going to do it. Okay. Worried about them children coming. Here we go. You ready? Trust me, ma'am, you'll be okay. She said okay. I got a car I'm trying to sell. Meet me outside. Here we go. You ready? There's a toad and a toad on the leaf and the leaf on the branch and the branch on the log and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a toad and a toad on the leaf and the leaf on the branch and the branch on the log and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Hang on, Bill. I know we're not done, but I gotta have a drink of water.
You sure that's water?
Well, they said it was when they gave it to me, but I believe you could do communion with it. You got that, didn't you? Okay. There's a wart on the toad, so put it in here like this. Put the toad on the leaf. If you get stopped in North Carolina by the Highway Patrol, this is the new sobriety test they give you. If you jump out of your car and do this, you know they're going to let you drive. You know that, right? Here you go. tickled. We never will get done. There's a wart and a wart on the toad, and the toad on the leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the log, and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a wart and a wart on the toad, and the toad on the leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the log, and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Now, on every wart I ever saw on every toad, it had a hair on it. Can you give me a hair on there? Molly can give me the hair. Okay, Molly, you ready? There's a hair and a hair on the wart, and the wart on the toad on the leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the log, and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. I know some of y'all are not doing it because you can't find the hair. I'm getting mine from my chin. You get yours from your head. But if you have to borrow it from your neighbor, go ahead and do it. It ain't going to work for y'all. Here we go. You ready? There's a hair and a hair on the wart, and the wart on the toad, and the toad on the leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the log, and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a
Ted,
hole.
wait a minute, Ted. Ted, hold on.
What?
You forgot the flea on the hair.
Oh, yeah.
And you're doing this too slow.
Too slow. All right, put your hands in there and snap your fingers. If you didn't do nothing else, you can do this. If you want to stand up and wiggle, do it. Jerry Lewis says stand in one spot, wiggle around a little bit, and you really got something. Ma'am, you must be in management because you're smiling, not doing anything, acting like you're responsible for all of this. Management. Here we go. There's a flea, and a flea on the hair, and the hair on the wart, and the wart on the toad, and the toad on the leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the log, and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. I got the words right. I just mixed up the motions. That could have happened to anybody. Suppose you stand in front of a highway patrolman. That could have happened. Faster. Snap them. Don't give up on me now, sir. You were doing real good. Just snap your fingers. There we go. There's a flea, and a flea on the hair, and the hair on the wart, and the wart on the toad, and the toad on the leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the log, and the log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. Sold American. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, Lordy mercy, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Molly, we had a request for you and Bill to do something. On that last album that we did, the 40 Plus, What a Ride, we were influenced by, up in Madison County, there is a, and it still goes on today, a very fine tradition of ballad singing. And Cecil Sharp was a folk collector from England who came to the United States of America to recollect all the old English ballads. And he found them preserved up there in Madison County in almost the same form as when they left England. Now this is in that form because we wanted to pay our respects to the ballad singers. And if I'm not mistaken, Molly, Gillian Welch wrote this, but it's not old, right? In the 1990s, here it is, Scarlet Town.
Buddy, I went down to Scarlet Town, ain't never been there before. Well, you slept on a feather bed and I slept on the floor. Well, I don't mind a lean old time or drinking my coffee cold, but the things I seen in Scarlet Town did mortify my soul. Now look at that deep well, look at that dark grave, ringing that iron bell in Scarlet Town today. your bride. But you left me here to ride away like Polly on the mountainside. Now look at that deep well, look at that dark grave, ringing that iron bell in Scarlet Town today. Well, you can hide in Scarlet Town for 100 years or more, but the man who knows what time it is knocking at your door. So fare thee well, my own true love, if you never see me around, I'll be looking through a telescope from hell to Scarlet Town. Now look at that deep well, look at that dark grave, ringing that iron bell in Scarlet Town today.
Thank you, Monty and Bill, doing that in a wonderful, wonderful old style way. You know something, Seth? We've done a few Christmas songs and whatnot, and I kind of like this next one, if you don't mind it, in the key of A. A little thing called the sled ride. Now I'm gonna tell you something. If you listen to this song and you think about being out there, I don't know how many of y'all are from this area. But when I was a kid growing up, if you'll remember, if you were from here, the Grove Park Inn was only open 6 months out of the year. So every time it snowed, every kid in Nashville with a sled, trash can, or a cardboard box was out on the golf course out there because you didn't have to worry about being run over by a car. And in those days, they only had one security guard, and they couldn't catch all of us, could they, Bill?
That's 500 of them out there.
So yeah, hang on, get ready, think about riding a sled, and how does it go, son? Woo, could you just feel it? That's about all I could do to hang on, boy. I just grabbed a hold of an A note and just played it. Because I get to a part I know, I really play it. And that A note I know. I know it 3 different places on the bass. I'm just letting you know. At any rate, we get a lot of requests for this, and we want to invite you up to do a little slow dancing on this one. Eddie Arnold, why is that funny? I guess because they can't picture me being a romantic, you know. Well, now you're laughing.
I can't picture it either.
It's always something.
A hooker
Anyway.
told him not on the first date.
Do what?
A prostitute told you not on the first date.
Let me get back on the rail.
She said, I got a headache.
It's always something. Anyway, Eddie Arnold had a big hit with this, not just on the country side of things, but also on the pop side and the swing side. It's a wonderful, wonderful tune, and Bill does a great job of it. So the harmony singing is going to come in with Ms. Molly and David. I hope you'll enjoy it. It's called Make the World Go Away.
Make the world go away and get it off my shoulder. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Do you remember when you loved me? Before the world took me astray. If you do, please forgive me and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulder. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'll make it up day by day. Just say you'll love me like you used to and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulder. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away.
Woo, I packed the dance floor out. That was mighty fine. Well, you know,
What time do we start?
you know, we hope on tonight's show that we've done some different things and you've seen some different sides of the Whitewater Bluegrass Company. We tried to do that for you. I think Seth's going to come down here and play the bass on this one. And we tried to throw in some Christmas things and some things that we hadn't had a chance to do for you and some things off that new album. And we hope you got something you liked out of this. We want to tell you this Christmas story. We want to end with this because World War I was a very, very, very bloody time in the world history. And in that first year of the war, nobody had a Christmas truce. No country had a Christmas truce. And out on the battlefields of Europe, there was a group of British soldiers hunkered down in the trenches. And they're not home with their loved ones. It's Christmas Eve. And they hear this tune just wafting over the no man's land. And they don't recognize the words at all. But they do recognize the tune. And as the sun begins to come up, they see a lone German soldier standing in the middle of no man's land with a sign over his head. In English it said, "If you don't shoot, we won't shoot." The sun slowly comes up and both sides crawl out of their trenches and they meet each other in no man's land. And they start to swap buttons off their uniform. They pool their meager rations and they have a Christmas feast. And a German barber sets up on the side and begins cutting hair, giving haircuts, because nothing makes a man feel brand new like a haircut. Then they begin to play a game of soccer, and they're having the best time, these two enemies. And then the sun is slowly starting to set over the horizon. And each man realizes that they must slowly go back to the business of war. And as they shake hands and turn to go their separate ways, each man realizes that they have enjoyed a Christmas truce, not declared by governments, but born in the hearts of men weary of the task of war. If you're able, please stand. Please stand if you're able. I think you know Miss Molly's been playing it. Bill Byerly to lead us in it. Please join with us as we do Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm and all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild.
Sing now.
Sleeping heavenly peace. Sleeping silent night, holy night. Shepherds quake at the sight, glorious dream folks.
Thank you so much. And on behalf of all of us in the Whitewater Bluegrass Company, Seth Reinhardt, David Wiseman, Bill Barney, Miss Molly Barrett, I'm Uncle Ted White saying, I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas. And thanks for being with us tonight at the Feed and Seed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whitewater Bluegrass Company. Doesn't get you better than that. That ushers in the Christmas, New Year's season, Hanukkah holiday season. Thank you so much. What a beautiful time with your family and friends. Be safe. We'll see you Christmas Eve, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're here on Sundays at 10:30 if you need a church to go to. Love to have you Christmas Eve, 6 p.m. Be safe. Donation box in the front and the back all goes to the band.
Thank you, man.
Merchandise back here.